What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I want to talk about short squeezes. Now, you might hear the term short squeeze thrown around in the crypto space, or maybe the stonks world, if that's where you're coming from. But most likely, if you're watching my channel, you're probably in the world of crypto, and you might hear this term short squeeze thrown around every time we get some kind of random pump to the upside. Sometimes you're just sitting there on the charts, and all of a sudden you see a bunch of green candles flying up, and everyone's going, oh my god, it's a short squeeze. But what actually is a short squeeze, and why does it cause the price to skyrocket? So in today's video, I want to talk about what exactly a short squeeze is, why it causes price to skyrocket, and most importantly, I want to show you guys how you can actually see these short squeezes coming before they actually happen, so you can jump onto those green candles and hitch a ride and make some money on the way up. But before we get into it, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of these awesome tutorials or urgent market updates that we upload to the channel. So before we jump into the charts here, guys, and I show you how you can actually see these short squeezes coming before they happen, let's talk about what a short squeeze is and why it causes price to absolutely explode to the upside. Now, essentially how a short squeeze works is when you have a bunch of futures traders shorting an asset thinking the price is going to go down. However, in some cases, when these futures traders are shorting, they may be shorting into some upward buying momentum on the spot market. Now, to break that down really quickly, you have the futures markets and the actual spot market. The way you could kind of think of this is the spot market is where you're actually buying and holding the actual asset. So in this case, if you're just buying Bitcoin on spot, you're actually purchasing that asset. You can withdraw it to a wallet and hold it on a physical ledger or in a hot wallet or on an exchange, but essentially you're buying the actual asset itself. But with the futures traders, they're actually buying and selling contracts and not touching the actual asset, being Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever you're trading. They are just simply buying and selling contracts. So if the spot market is pushing the price of Bitcoin to the upside, meaning more people are buying Bitcoin and just holding it, pushing the actual price to the upside, but then on the other hand, you have the futures traders shorting into that upward momentum. Sometimes all that spot buying can continue to inch the price higher and higher until the price reaches where a lot of those futures traders have their stop losses for their short set. So once that price creeps up to where those stop losses are and those shorts start getting stopped out, essentially that forces the short traders to buy, because if you're going to close a short position at a loss, you're essentially going to create a market buy. So as soon as the spot market keeps pushing the price up and all those short positions start getting stopped out, they are forced to market buy, and that is what causes kind of that chain reaction to see that candle start to inch up and then explode, because you get all those short contracts getting stopped out, creating that buying momentum, pushing price higher and higher, continuing to stop out even more shorts, and even liquidating full positions of these shorts, absolutely ripping price to the upside. So let's use a metaphor to kind of break this down in a little bit more of a simple way. Let's all pretend that the CandleMafia is coming on over to Frankie Candle's house to have a sauce party, right? I'm cooking up the macaroni, we got the sauce cooking on the stove, and everyone's coming over to hang out with Frankie Candles, and we're all going to talk TA and sit there and eat our macaroni with our sauce. A short squeeze is like when everyone gets to the party and everybody wants to eat the sauce, but there's only a limited amount. When the sauce runs out, some of the people are left with dry macaroni. Ugh. And they have to buy sauce from the people who already have it. This causes the price of the sauce to go up, just like a short squeeze causes the price of Bitcoin to go up. Because there's more people who want to buy the sauce than people who want to scoop sauce off of their macaroni and put it into the other people's bowls. And just like everybody at the party wants to eat the macaroni and the sauce, everybody trading Bitcoin wants to make money. So hopefully that breaks it down a little bit easier for you guys, and I will break this down in the charts to make it click a little bit more. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump into the charts, and I'm going to show you guys how you can actually spot these short squeezes and how I actually saw a short squeeze forming before we got a recent breakout, which allowed me to add to my long position, profiting off of that big move. So let's go ahead and jump into the charts so I can explain this to the CandleMafia. So guys, here we are on the Bitcoin chart. I'm going to come down here to the 4-hour, and I just kind of want to break down what I'm talking about here, right? So recently we were kind of consolidating in this range, and we were stuck in this range range for quite some time. Now, at this time, we had a lot of bearish signals on the chart, a lot of bearish divergences on the higher time frames, as well as a few other things indicating that we were probably going to get a move to the downside before getting another move up. However, as we were starting to kind of coil up inside of this range, not only did I notice that we were starting to get some bullish consolidation with a flat level of resistance on the top of our price action here, and at the same time, we were starting to create higher lows, which indicated price might break to the upside before it broke to the downside. But that wasn't enough for me to invalidate all the bearish divergences and all the other bear signals that we were getting on the charts. So as the days went by, it became more and more unclear if we were going to get that break down before we got the break up, or if we were just going to explode to the upside. So what I did was I went to coinalyze.net to see if there was any information behind the candlesticks that could kind of indicate whether we were going to break up or down first. So let's jump on over to Coinalyze and I'll show you guys how I was able to see this actually coming before it actually happened. So guys, here we are on coinalyze.net. Now, if you don't know about coinalyze.net, definitely go check our other videos on the channel that we've done on it. This is a very, very powerful tool that can give you additional information, again, that you can't usually find on TradingView, things like liquidations, CVD, and open interest. Now, you can see up here, we have our typical candlestick chart, and this is kind of that area of consolidation that we were looking at just before on TradingView. And I'll just go ahead for the sake of, simplicity, I'll just put the actual level of resistance we were hitting our head on. And then obviously we had this kind of upward trend line looking like an ascending triangle, which did wind up breaking to the upside, but we didn't know that yet. Pretend this didn't happen. Now, basically how I was able to see this coming before it happened, guys, was by looking at CVD and just your price action in general. Now, you can see here, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the open interest and the liquidations for now just to clean the chart up. Now, as we were kind of consolidating within this range, guys, and again, as I was very unclear because the indicators were looking very bearish, but this looks like a very bullish pattern, which had me pulling my hair out like, what way is this thing going to go? And the more and more that we were ranging around, this was absolutely torturous. We were in this range for, I think, about 20 days or something. Yeah, about 25 days, pretty close to a month. Every time we came down to the support, we thought we were getting a breakdown. Every time we came up, it was like, oh my God, we're going to rip to the upside. So it was very, very confusing. And again, that's something that just happens in the markets from time to time. It's just very hard to read. So by looking at CVD, guys, now if you don't know about CVD, go watch our other Coinalyze videos where I explain what this is a little bit more in detail. But basically what we were looking at here, guys, was as we were consolidating and price was trending to the upside, I noticed we had our aggregated future CVD coming down. Now, what this was actually indicating to us was that more people were shorting than longing. Now, when you're looking at the CVD, it's really just important to look at the direction of the line, and you can see your general direction here is down, right? And we're ignoring this because this hasn't happened yet in our little fictitious example here. But, we saw that CVD was coming to the downside, indicating that there were more people shorting than longing. But when you look up at your price action, you can see that price is moving to the upside, which is basically a divergence, right? All a divergence is when you have a discrepancy between two things, right? So you have your price coming up and you have your CVD coming down. Now, this is important to note that this is the future CVD. This is showing more people shorting than longing, which is kind of weird, right? Price is going up, but more people are shorting. But if you come down here and look at your spot CVD, which represents people aggressively buying and selling Bitcoin, the actual asset, not futures contracts. So this is people physically just buying Bitcoin and holding it or selling Bitcoin, but the actual asset, you can see your spot CVD was generally moving to the upside. Now, this continues to add a little bit of a divergence here because this is showing that more people are shorting, but we can actually tell that because price is coming up, that it is actually the spot market that is pushing the price of Bitcoin up. So the price is being pushed up by people physically buying the asset, right? Or whatever asset you're looking at, right? This is showing people actually buying the asset, and that is what's pushing the price up. Now, what happens basically here is as you have people continuing to short into this move to the upside as price creeps higher and higher, eventually what is going to happen is that the people who were shorting are going to start having their stop losses hit. And like I said in the beginning of the video, when you get stopped out of a short or when you close a short position at a loss, you essentially have to market buy, which causes price to push to the upside. So we're seeing people short into this move. We're seeing the spot market buy and push price up, and eventually price push up enough to start stopping out some of the shorts. And then it's basically a chain reaction, because if you were shorting here, a lot of people were probably having their stop losses set right above this level of resistance here. So there was probably a lot of stop losses for these shorts above this level of resistance. So as price started to push its way to the upside, we started hitting all these stop orders, creating market buys, pushing price to the upside in a chain reaction. Now, you also, not only are you getting people stopped out, but you're getting people completely liquidated. So that is why these short squeezes have this explosive move to the upside. And then you guys can see here, this is supported by your liquidations indicator here on CoinAlyze. You can see these big green bars are actually showing you the short liquidations. Obviously, on this big move up, you have a big spike in these short liquidations. You can see 12.8 million shorts liquidated, 40 million shorts liquidated, and then 45 million shorts liquidated, causing that big push to the upside. Now, this is very, very useful information if you could see it happening beforehand. And once I started seeing this divergence, seeing the price action start to push up, and I could see that that was supported by the spot market buying, once I see those people shorting into that move, that is where I'm expecting, hey, if these people don't stop shorting and the spot market keeps pushing to the upside, these shorts are eventually going to start getting stopped out and liquidated, and that is likely going to cause a break of this level. And once I saw that, guys, I decided that I was no longer going to wait to come all the way back down to 25K to add to my long position. And at that moment, once I saw this forming, I actually wound up adding to my long right here, basically at the apex of that pattern, catching the bottom right before we got that big move up, instantly profiting off of all the shorts getting wrecked. And that is basically what caused me to let our premium Discord know, guys, as we were moving around in that range. Everybody was saying, we're going to go up. No, we're going down first. And I'll be honest, once I saw this and I let everybody know, hey, guys, we're bing-bonging around in this pattern. It's a bullish continuation pattern. We have the futures market shorting the heck out of this move, and the spot buyers are continuing to push price up. I think we may get squeezed here. And then finally, we got that squeeze to the upside. And I was thanking the candle gods that I was able to see that short squeeze coming, because I was able to add to my long position right before we got that squeeze to the upside. And now I am sitting at the top of this big move, enjoying my extra gains. So, guys, I think that's all the time I got for today's video. I just wanted to bring this information to the Candle Mafia. Now, don't forget, guys, CoinAlyze is a completely free tool. You can go over to coinalyze.net. I'll try to remember to drop a link in the description down below. It's not an affiliate link. It's 100% free. I highly recommend you guys check out CoinAlyze. I have no affiliation at all, but it's just a tool that I use very, very often. And I feel like the Candle Mafia has grown a lot since we've started this channel, so I wanted to share a little bit more of the advanced information that we look at. And this most recent push to the upside was a perfect example and a perfect teachable moment for the Candle Mafia. So I just wanted to bring this to your guys' attention, so that the next time we see those futures traders shorting into a move to the upside, and we can see that move to the upside supported by the spot CVD aggressively buying, that is where we may get that next short squeeze, and hopefully the Candle Mafia will see it so they can profit off of those shorts getting wrecked. So, guys, I think that's all the time I got for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Go check out CoinAlyze. Frankie Candles out.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah.